Hi everyone, it's me, Shalmira, and today's message that I got was laughter is medicine. And I got two different messages today: laughter is medicine, and also a little variation on perfectionism. So I was sitting outside, and my energy's a little bit lower today, so we're just kind of sitting there being with that and feeling a little tired, and it's raining outside, so I was kind of feeling an inward call, just quiet, low energy, kind of just wanting to take the day and read and not do very much, not be very active. And in the back of my mind, I had this to-do list, things that I wanted to get accomplished, things that I need to do every single day. And so there was a little bit of this struggle happening inside of me, and I was just watching the rain fall, and I saw this little bird, and it was such a great reminder. This bird is just, it's raining, and the bird's just flying, doesn't care. Goes into this little hole in the fence and lays on its back, totally on its back, and it was just goofing around. It looked like, and I've never seen a bird do this, just lay on its back, and it was, doing its beak in this funny little way. And I realized, it broke my state. It brought laughter in, it brought humor in. And there's so much in nature, again, so much in nature that teaches us. And they're a little comic releases and reliefs all the time, if we just look for them. And laughter is medicine. Laughter can break our state out of a stressful place. It can lighten our heart, and it can remind us of what actually is. I was also reminded of one of the ceremonies I did in ayahuasca. I just went to this really beautiful place, felt like I was taken to a temple, and just shown the essence of creation. And there was so much love there. It was so overwhelming. And then I just saw the cosmic joke of everything. I saw how everything is just a game. Everything is just play. And we take ourselves so seriously. But it's all just this one big playground. And we forget that. And just today I was taking myself so seriously, and this little bird came and reminded me once again of the truth of reality, that it's just that we can just play. And I talked about this in the previous video, but I believe that laughter is such an important part. And I don't mean using comedy to cover up what you're feeling in your heart. That's two different things. A lot of times we'll use comedy to kind of divert attention away from intimate moments, or moments that we feel uncomfortable, or we'll do it for attention when we're feeling something that we don't want to feel. That's completely different. What I'm talking about is finding the humor in as many situations as you can. Just look for it. Look for the little winks from God that's saying, hey, there's beauty here, and there's laughter here, and there's a lightening of spirit, reminders of lightness and love, and coming back to that playful spirit, just like the birds. And the other message that came through to share today was about perfectionism. And again, a bird came through as a messenger for me. There was this gorgeous songbird just singing its heart out, little bitty bird with this huge song, just full of magic, full of this love that it just had to share. It had this song, it had to share it with all of its heart. I almost teared up just from its enthusiasm and how much it was sharing little bitty body. And it was such a perfect, beautiful song. And then all of a sudden this other bird chimed in and it was like, ah, ah. So it was, again, it was funny, but it also reminded me that we don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, we can just sing. And a lot of times I won't sing because I feel like I'm afraid it'll sound bad, or, I compare myself to other people that are more talented with their voice, or, just different excuses that I come up with. But this little bird just chiming in with this, it didn't even sound like a song. It didn't even sound like a bird, but it wanted to sing too, and they just sang together, and it was beauty and then this jarring sound, but it worked. And it reminded me that perfectionism doesn't cultivate a freedom of expression. It doesn't cultivate that playfulness in us. But if we can take cues from nature, from this little bird that didn't care, it just had to open its little beak and let the sound come out, then we can have a lot of fun. And I actually did go down to the river and just sat down by the river and listened to its rhythm, listened to the rhythm of the trees, and opened my mouth and just let my song come out. And it felt so free. And I just played with it. Some of the sounds are ugly, some of them were horrid, some were flat, some were just way off. But then there was this magic harmony that happened just from letting go and allowing that to happen, just opening my mouth and allowing it to be an organic experience. Something really beautiful did happen. And this union in harmony, it just came out of my mouth, and it harmonized with the river, it harmonized with the wind, it harmonized with the birds that were singing. And I'd never had that experience before, and never felt so free in expression with my voice. And it had to be imperfect, and it had to be ugly, and it had to sound bad at first in order to get to that place of harmony. So I want to invite you to look for humor, look for moments where God's winking at you with moments of humor. Invite that lightening of heart, that lightness of heart. And I want you to walk through imperfectionism. I want you to be willing to be ugly and be willing to do things wrong in a wrong way and move through that and get to your harmony, because it was a really freeing experience. And I think innately inside we all want to feel free on a personal level. So that was the messages for today, and just honor yourself as your expression, however that looks, and allow it to change day to day, allow it to ebb and flow, and just honor you. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.